back to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time you have seen my channel, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Wonderful. Soundwave. Every political period in Nigeria produces what many people called a loyal speech. This is not just a speech given by the president, by someone who strongly believes in him. It is usually a supporter who has followed the government closely and wants to defend it publicly. The speech being discussed here is one of those. It is important not because the speaker is dishonest, but because of it shows clearly shows supporters of Bola Ahmed Tinubu are thinking about the country right now. It is also shows where the arguments are strongly and where they are weak. The speaker begins with a simple claim. He said he has lived in Abuja for over 20 years. During that time, he has seen different administrations come and go. According to him, no government since 1999 had ever won local government election in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, until now. This claim is largely correct. In the 2026 area council's election, the APC win most of the positions. This is because the FCT has often more voters against ruling parties. The speaker also talked about development in Abuja. He mentioned new road and infrastructures building under the current administration. He especially credits Nexin Wike, who is managing the FCT under Tinubu government. These points are based on visible changes. Many people in Abuja have seen new road and improvements. Even of the government admit that some infrastructures projects are real. So this part of the speech is grandly emphasized. However, the speech then moved to a more controversial issue, the debate around the INEC chairman. The speaker argued that the controversy is not serious. He said people are demanding resignation over a simple statement like "victory is sure," which, according to him, did not mention any party or candidate. He also pointed out that the INEC chairman denied owning the account and claimed that the account may be fake created. He then suggests that the opposition is focusing on the statement because they are struggling internally, especially within the ADC. This argument sounds reasonable at the first, but it does not fully address the details that have come out. Investigation shows that the account in question exists as far back as 2022 and only changed its name on the same day. The controversy became public. Reports also suggest that the account had connections to a personal details linked to the chairman. In addition, the posts themselves were not entry neutral. One was in response to election results linked to APC supporters. Another used the word Aswaju, which is strongly associated with Tinubu. Because of this argument that this issue cannot simply be dismissed as a fake account or a minor distraction, there are still unanswered questions. Another important part of speech is the criticism of Peter Obi. The speaker referred to a political party who gained about 6 million votes in an election but later left the party that he helped him achieve that success. This is clearly a reference to Peter Obi, who ran under the Labour Party in 2023 and later moved towards the ADC. This is a meaningful political argument. Obi built strong support under the Labour Party, especially among young voters. Move to a different party means he may have to rebuild that support in a new structure. Some people seeing this as a mistake that could weaken his political strength. Others believes it is a strategy moving to join a border coalition that could be more cooperative in 2027. Either that way, the question raised by the speaker is valid and is something the opposition will need to address. The speaker also talks about security concerns, including warnings from the foreign embassies. He urged that these warnings are not about Nigeria election but about global tensions, especially involving conflict in the Middle East. This explanation has some base. When international tensions rises, countries offer increased security around their embassies worldwide. However, ranking or dismissing such warning completely without further evidence can be also dismissed. Reading. Overall, the speech gives us a clear picture of how supporters of the current government are preparing for the next election. First, they will highlight visible achievements, especially infrastructure roads in Abuja. Secondly, they will argue that controversies are around institutions like INEC are publicly motivated and extravagated by opponents. Third, they will question the unity and strategies of opposition leaders, especially those who has changed political parties. Fourth, they will try to shift attention to a broader issue like security and global events. Each of these points has some truth, but each also has weakness. Yes, infrastructure projects are visible, but they are not the only measure of good governance. Yes, opposition parties has internal challenge, but that does not automatically mean all criticisms are valid. Yes, global events affect Nigeria, but local issues still matters. In the end, this speech is useful because it reflects the real argument that will shape the 2027 election. It shows that the political debate in Nigeria is not just about one issue, but about many developments, credibility, leadership, and trust. The key question remains, will voters focus on more visible achievements like infrastructures or deeper concerning like institution integrity and political accountability? That is the conversation that will define future of the democracy. Thank you for watching my video.